Hi everyone, this is RAMtalks, our weekly after show for RAMtv. My name is Ray, that's Aaron, that's Matt, and this is Nick from DrinkUpTV. He's visiting us again.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Of course.
Our pleasure. Thank you for coming back, man.
It's my pleasure as well.
Now, we do want to get into this because the beta's going to close soon for Mirror's Edge.
Yes, Catalyst.
Catalyst.
Yes. So you and I got an opportunity to play this closed beta.
Yes, well, yeah, I
Yeah.
gave you the code.
Yes, you did.
I gave you the code. Exactly.
It's a very different type of game, I admit.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge definitely is. Why don't you go ahead and start with this?
Well, I signed up for the beta like a long time ago, and I completely forgot that I signed up. But then I'm like, okay, can we legally stream this? And so I called Aaron, and he streamed it over on his Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Ram's Twitch.
Ram's Twitch.
Yeah, I did
Ram's
a
Twitch.
Ram play with it.
Okay, so he did that, so I won't get in trouble. But with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've died many times from falling because at least the way I played the original, I played the mobile version on Windows Phone. But this one, it seems a lot more fast-paced. The city is a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot bigger.
There's a more like exploratory option, right? Instead of just the straight linear option from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
previous
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very almost open world.
It really is.
I mean, and you'll run by someone, they'll be like, "Hey, I have a quest for you," and of course you're like, you come right back. You're like, "What'd you say?" But
Yeah.
you know, I died a lot in this one too, a lot more than I remember dying in the first one.
Yep.
And I think for me, what I found is this one's a lot more particular on your aim
Yes.
towards like pipes to grab a hold of and climb and stuff. Because I remember like the old one, like you could slightly be off or whatever, and you'd still grab hold. And the first pipe I came across, and I ran up and I used that springboard and I jumped out towards it, and I was off by like a centimeter. And she like, instead of reaching out and grabbing, she just like watched it go by and against the wall and fell to her death. And I was like, what?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, and on top of that, like the enemies with the guns and like all that, there's so much like more aware of her. You know, in the first game, yeah, you know, the NPCs were pretty good, but in this one, oh my gosh, I've almost like died from their gunshots.
well, and their AI adapts to you.
Yes, it does, and it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah, so it makes the game, not only is it faster paced, which I agree with, but it makes it feel just a lot more intense in general.
No, but would you buy the game, Mirror's Edge Catalyst?
Oh, I totally plan on it.
You plan on that? Because I know, like, as much as I am a fan of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, of Mirror's Edge in general, you know, it's been years since the original came out, and the fan base, thankfully, is still there. We've been wanting a Mirror's Edge for years.
Yeah.
Another one, but I want to buy No Man's Sky first. I want to buy Final Fantasy 15 first. Like, I have other games.
You want to buy the safe bets first.
Yeah,
That's what you're
kind of.
It's not only, I agree with you. I have other priorities.
Yes.
I have other priorities, and to be honest, I'll probably, as much as I enjoy the beta, I'll probably do the same thing with Mirror's Edge Catalyst as I did with the original Mirror's Edge, which I'm gonna wait for it to go down and drop down like $30 or go on sale. For like $30, and that's when I'll probably pick it up. I really enjoy it, but it is a running game, and that's what it is.
Yeah, like I was playing it by myself, and some people actually came to my room when I was playing it, and they're like, "What's happening? Where's the action? Where's the violence?" But it's not supposed to be like that. It's an exploratory game.
Right.
But now with it being even more open world, it's something where it's just casually sit down and not just like a PvP like kind of thing.
And what you just said right there, this to me, when we had Mike on a while ago, he was talking about video games today, and how what he was kind of getting at afterwards when we talked to him after we filmed was, you know, a lot of games today, they're not real inclusive for casual gamers.
Yeah.
Right.
And this
You need to be pretty hardcore in today's games.
Yeah.
Right, but Mirror's Edge is a great casual gamer game.
Yeah,
It really
Like
is.
you said,
Yeah.
it's really a nice kind of sit down. You know, I just got home after work. The wife and kids aren't going to be home for an hour. I have 45 minutes of time to kill.
True, and
It's
plus,
a great casual gamer game.
and plus, it's really stylized. I think for me, that's what caught my attention originally with Mirror's Edge, is that, you know, red is the color of where you have to go,
Right.
and it's so futuristic, and I love the futuristic setting,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people will appreciate that it's not just a casual game, that someone whipped up in a month. This has been in
No,
development for
this
years.
has been involved in a while by
know.
EA Dice, and because this was one like their first unique games. Because the biggest thing they've done was like Battlefield and Medal of Honor and that kind of thing. So it was a unique thing, and that's why the fan base kept going, and we wanted a sequel. And now we got that. Well, it's kind of a sequel, but
Yeah.
Sequel.
it's like, was it like a reboot?
It's a reboot.
Yeah,
It is a reboot.
yeah.
Of Mirror's Edge?
It's a reboot of Mirror's Edge. It's completely new now.
And you just kind of keeping us with a little bit. I don't know how much you guys followed from PAX this past week.
A little bit.
A little.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know. For me, it wasn't what I was hoping it would be. We didn't get quite the announcements I was hoping we would get. A lot of trailers.
A lot of good trailers.
We got a lot of fantastic trailers. But I honestly felt like some people really took the easy way out on this one. Again, and I'm going to throw this out there. We play Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, together.
And they did make kind of an announcement for their new pack, right? Like, was it like Sandstorm or something?
Yeah, they gave the official name of it.
Right, they gave
and
the
they
name,
said the character names, and they
character
released an
names.
image. But to me, they really took the easy way out on this. There's no video.
Right.
They didn't give a hard release date. They gave themselves 2 months time, a 2-month window to release it. And for people like us who play in the seasons,
Right.
if we wait till the end of May, beginning of June, when it could come out,
Right.
the season's half over at that point.
Yeah.
So at that point, then the new operators are no good for the season that we're currently running into, for the spring season.
I mean, I'm hoping they'll like narrow that down further as time goes along quickly. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like doing something like that with an image and some very vague details, which we already knew about them because of some leaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they really didn't give us anything, which is kind of upsetting to me. Just because again, like we talked with Ubisoft last week.
Yeah.
With the whole like coming down on their players for their own glitches, for their own holes.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what they're gonna do to you all?
They have not announced it.
Like, honestly.
No.
They haven't announced it. Funny enough, they fixed that patch.
Yeah.
Right.
What was it, Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, whatever their normal maintenance day is, they fixed that patch.
Okay.
And when they fixed that patch, they actually created a worse patch.
Really? I didn't
Well,
see
So now what can happen is a person can place the shield,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit of a longer process. What happens is now the player gets in the ceiling above the APC. But this time the enemies recognize that someone's in there, and they start trying to throw grenades at you. So the player gets on the ceiling, runs over to the APC, and the enemies are now throwing their grenades and damaging the APC, so you don't have to do anything, and the enemies damage it far quicker than we were able
That's
to.
crazy.
So they've actually
That's just
created a worse glitch for themselves.
That's true.
Um,
But I think, with the lack of announcements and packs, like, because E3 is so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
that's
really
probably the
is.
reason.
And, with E3, we're expecting Nintendo Next news. We're expecting, more Kingdom Hearts 3 news, a possible release window, not
Right.
date, window, and possibly more roles for that, and also more Final Fantasy news and
Of
all
course.
that.
More BioWare news.
Oh
More
my
BioWare
gosh.
news.
They got to come out with something.
And then-
they will, friend.
And of course, and I predict maybe Crash Bandicoot return E3, maybe.
That would be
Maybe
cool.
that'd be interesting.
you
Yeah.
know. But
Maybe
I think
some
that's why
news.
people are waiting until June, because I think June will be the month of just announcement after announcement.
Right. What
Right.
I'm getting at is something like this with the Rainbow Six Siege, with the Sandstorm
Or
DLC.
I don't know if it's actually called
It's
that.
whatever it is. With their new DLC that's supposed to come out. It's supposed to be this season, and it was supposed to be 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
initially.
Really?
That was their initial
We're
plan,
that
because
far
they had the
behind.
map planned out for it, and like, okay, we're gonna release them in this increments, so we're already a little bit behind. It's nothing like, it's not like terrible, but it's just like, when we're coming up to like a month when you were supposed to release this, then you're like, okay, are you gonna release it soon, or is it gonna come out like at this point now? In which case, that's kind of a setback for us.
Right. And I'm also hoping, because the Pro League just finished up for Rainbow Six Siege or it's finishing up this weekend.
Yeah.
One of the two. Anyways, either just finished up last weekend or it's finishing up this weekend. I'm hoping they extend the Pro League to be not just PC and Xbox,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
also to
nice.
extend to PS4, because right now, PlayStation's not allowed to play in the Pro League.
No.
We can only do the MLG ladders. We can't do the actual Rainbow Six Pro League.
Why?
talk to Ubisoft, man.
Yeah.
They got their own little mindset.
True.
But
Yeah,
anyways, so moving on from there.
Yeah, but I wanted to make a quick shout out. Someone else who plays Rainbow Six Siege with us, Hellborn Rage, JJ. It's his birthday.
Oh, okay.
I guess technically this is coming out tomorrow, so it's his birthday today.
Birthday.
In the future.
Okay.
And that's how we travel time, like a time lord. Speaking of.
Yes. Okay.
Happy birthday, JJ.
Segue to Doctor Who.
So Doctor Who, over this weekend, BBC announced the new Doctor Who companion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm very excited because obviously,
Her name, Pearl.
what?
Pearl McKee.
No,
Right.
that's the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, the new one.
I was.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of her name that just left.
Oh my
Claire.
gosh. Claire. Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Claire.
Clara
Clara.
Oswald.
Oh, Clark.
I promise you, we're Doctor Who fans. Clara Oswald just left, so
Right.
which I suppose was inevitable.
Yeah.
Which
What-
kinda makes me sad. She honestly was definitely one of my favorite companions. Can we do this? Can we do this right now? Favorite
Sure.
companions and favorite doctors, real quick. Can we walk this line?
Okay. So, I think Donna.
Oh, I do love Donna.
Donna, Rose, and then Amelia Pond. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I love Amelia.
but you put Rose before Amelia.
Because like,
Yeah.
okay, well with Rose, okay, I first started watching Doctor Who with the David Tennant,
Mhm.
and Rose was there.
I hated her even then.
But I really like her, but then again, that's Billy Piper, and I knew that she was like a singer way back in the day, and I
Right,
heard
that's
some of
what
the music,
brought her into stardom.
you know, and I just like a little bit followed her career, and then it was that, and then she like pretty much quit singing and is now only doing acting. And I think though that pairing of Rose and David Tennant, that I really do like. You know, those will be my original pair.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The- okay.
Yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, my original pair when the series rebooted, because I didn't realize it had rebooted,
Yeah.
was actually David Tennant and Donna. So
Donna.
Doctor and Donna.
Okay.
My first episode when it rebooted, God, this really gets into the timeline too, was The Diamond, the Wasp, and the Unicorn, the Agatha Christie based one.
I think.
Right.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I know that one.
And I had just finished an Agatha Christie play, so I was super into that.
Okay.
So, and actually, I think that's what actually brought my friend into bringing me into it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you just did this play." He's like, "You should check out this episode." I did. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But definitely, who's your favorite doctor?
Well, my original is David. Like I
David.
started with David. I know Christopher Eccleston did one season of the reboot, but it was only one season. And I
Yeah.
knew and I learned about Doctor Who when David Tennant had his tenure. And of course, I was one of those many people who thought Matt Smith was not gonna do it well at all. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, why are you changing him? It's the wrong decision ever. But then I love David. I love Matt Smith, you know. And now with Peter Capaldi,
Oh,
he's,
God,
he's
Peter
done a
Capaldi.
great job with the doctor. But David Tennant will always be my doctor.
Yeah, so you just listed them off in my order too. Those are my favorite doctors: David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Christopher Eccleston.
Excellent. Yeah.
And I mean, we're only doing reboot right
Only
now.
reboot.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Well, 'cause going-
otherwise it's David Tennant Baker.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely Baker.
Yeah, of course.
What about you? I mean, what are your companions?
You pretty much list them off earlier. You know, Rose, Donna, and now I'm very interested to see how this was it Clara?
Yeah, but what Clara?
Clara.
Clara was Clara was
Yeah,
one
Clara,
before this.
Right,
Yes.
Clara.
But that's your order? Rose, Donna, Clara?
Well, I don't really have an order.
Oh,
they
okay,
all
okay.
have like pros and cons for me that I like.
So then,
Or I guess in this
who's your doctor?
Your favorite doctor.
Also very similar. So David Tennant's one of my top favorites. I came in during the reboot, like a lot of others.
Yeah.
Then Capaldi, then Eccleston, then Smith.
Okay.
Really? Smith
Yeah, I
is your
know.
least favorite of
And,
the
I
four?
mean, like I do like him in that, so don't take it that
Right,
way.
Yeah.
right.
But it's just
Yeah.
like I really liked Eccleston's performance. I
enough.
like Eccleston in general as an actor. Just like
Yeah.
well, I like them all in general as an actor.
You'd be-
But I definitely thought that Eccleston had a little more to it because he brought his Scottish energy to it. Or
Yeah.
his,
Okay. Yeah.
Are
But-
you
and
a
I like
doctor?
I like
Are you
that.
done?
Actually, this is why I tried getting Dylan to come in my place tonight because he is a major Doctor Whovian.
Oh man,
Um,
you should have come.
He was busy doing some other projects, so
Of course he
I
was.
was like, all right, I'll go do it tonight.
He's trying to watch Doctor Who.
Probably is.
Not this season. We'll get into that. Okay.
No, but yeah, I tried getting Dylan to do it tonight. I myself don't know much about it, but I do love Christopher Eccleston.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
besides the
Fair-
point. So I
fair
mean,
enough. I would have to say my lineup of favorite companions, though, you guys, is gonna have to go. See, I'm like you. I love Donna, but I also love Clara. I felt Clara brought an interesting relationship with the Doctor. It wasn't.
Yeah.
She did, yeah.
She
But
did.
see, and this is what I love about Donna too. She did too. Neither one of them was in love with the Doctor in the way that everyone else has always seemed to be in love with the Doctor.
Yes, that's
Um,
true.
You know, her and especially Peter, kind of had a father-daughter-ish sort of relationship.
Yeah,
Her and Matt Smith definitely had more of like a sibling relationship.
they did.
Yes.
They did.
And I'll be honest, I hated Amelia when it was just Amelia and the Doctor. When it was Amelia and Rory,
Okay.
or Amori,
Yeah.
when Amori came into
Amori
play,
came.
That's
Right.
more.
when Rory came in, I felt like Amelia Pond's character kind of leveled out. I felt before that she was way too much of a Rose. It was all like, oh, I'm just so madly in love with the Doctor. I want to run off with him all the time. And it just drove me up a wall. I hated that crap. And that's what I hated about Rose.
Okay.
I do not like the lover interest for some reason. To me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't like the Doctor having it.
Yeah.
That was one of my least favorite things that ever happened. Even David Tennant's storyline was David Tennant having this like feeling of actually being in love with Rose.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that. I mean, I see how it drove the story, but I really wasn't a huge fan of that, which kind of is why I loved his relationship with Donna. And I felt like, I just really hate that went Rose and Martha, because Martha also had this weird kind of attraction to
But
him.
I like Martha too.
I'm not a huge fan of Martha.
She was okay.
I'm not. But I would actually honestly say Rose is my least favorite.
You're
Yeah,
hating my
I-
feelings.
I
Okay.
do not like Rose. I wasn't a huge fan of Billie Piper in the role.
Okay.
And I know she was kind of just getting into her acting career.
Yeah.
So she was kind of learning development and character and stuff. But
But that's a great first starter.
well,
That-
I wish I
Doctor-
could get a start like that. Hey,
Right.
let me just say, BBC America, when you bring Doctor Who over here, you give me a call. We'll get my big time acting start that way too. I
That'd
will
be
play the
great.
Doctor. I'm not talking about a companion.
You know.
But yeah, I'm really not a Rose fan. Definitely, it's gonna be it's a tough choice between Clara and Donna. From there, I would probably have to go into. I guess I'd have to give it to Martha, and then Rose.
Okay.
I'm
fine.
not a huge Rose
But
fan.
a quick note-
Although she was interesting when she became Bad Wolf,
yes.
but she was no longer a companion at that point.
That's true. That's true. But
That's when she became interesting.
That is though, because it's so much
Exactly.
later. They bring her back, and she's had time to develop as a character.
Yeah.
And when we have oh my God, what's his name from V for Vendetta? He plays the main bad guy.
Oh, Hugh. No, not
No,
Hugh.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Because he plays the War Doctor.
Yes.
Which, oh man, I don't know where he falls in our
what is
lineup.
his
Are we
name?
counting him in our lineup? Because he was really good too.
Yeah.
But when they brought her back as Bad Wolf in that episode, liked her. She had some pretty good development there. She had some very nice, very real moments,
True.
despite being some kind of like super energy.
Now, I do now, but the question is though, because yes, Pearl's now here, with Peter Capaldi, but the new season doesn't start until 2017.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the thing is, will we follow Doctor Who into 2017? You know.
I mean, I will. I'm a Doctor Who fan.
Well,
I'm
yes.
a movie for sure.
Yes, but you know.
But you bring up a good point.
Yes.
As,
How long? the
according
shows?
to Moffat right now, they're not doing a Doctor Who this season because he's focusing all of his energy on Sherlock.
Yeah.
Right.
ooh.
Yeah, have you seen Sherlock?
I love Sherlock.
Yeah,
I,
it's-
I
yeah.
can't wait for the fourth season.
Okay, so right now Doctor Who has actually been postponed to 2017 because of Sherlock.
Oh, really?
Now don't get me
Okay.
wrong, I'm a little bit of a cumber bitch, but that's besides the fact.
Aren't we all?
I mean Cumberbatch.
Okay.
On.
Did I say that? I love Cumberbatch. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
But I want my Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm one of those people, like it's the same thing with Game of Thrones, which we'll get into
Yeah.
as
A
well.
little later.
Yeah.
But I really hate when it goes off air because it seems like Doctor Who takes these huge breaks.
Breaks.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones does the same thing because it's only 13 episodes. I think Doctor Who's right around the same thing, about 12, 13
12,
episodes.
13
it takes this
episodes.
Right.
huge break
Mm-hmm.
because only 13 of the weeks are episodes, and then what do you do with the other 40?
Yeah.
You know, but then again, it maintains that creativity and
it certainly
all
does.
that.
It certainly
yeah.
does. But
With Doctor Who.
but I'm just saying I don't know.
I know.
I'm at a loss here because I love Sherlock as well. I really do. So at least I'll get Sherlock. But I think for me, Sherlock to me is a miniseries, and they release it all at once.
Okay.
So
You know.
and they're long episodes, so I definitely could spread them out. And not that I don't binge watch, I totally binge watch Sherlock in a night. Because besides the point, I don't know. I think it's because Doctor Who's been on longer, and I've been a longer Whovian, that I'm really kind of upset by this postponement. Is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, you know, I had to agree with you because I know when the Peter Capaldi like season started, I waited a little bit because I just had a little burnout of Doctor Who, to be honest, like with Matt Smith. But I went back into it. I still love it, but I think having the seasons too close to each other, you just get burnt out a lot. And you know, that's what happened with like America's Next Top Model. Because literally, I'll finish the season and literally like 2 months later, there's a new season.
Right.
You know,
Well,
something like that.
right. And I mean, I see what you're saying, but I'm gonna admit, I don't know that I was burnt out on it. But with Peter Capaldi, for me, was not the strongest start of a Doctor Who. I was super nervous when he started.
Because he was older?
Really no, just the way he started. I don't know. It kind of gave me that same feeling as you. It's like, oh, am I burnt out on Doctor Who? But it was really the performance when I look back at it. Because even if I go back now, because I'm by no means burnt out on it, if I go back now and watch that first episode of Peter Capaldi, I'm like, whew, I don't know what it is. Something about it drags.
Okay. Yeah.
And I almost wonder if it's the craziness about the dinosaur and everything with him, if it's stretching too far for me. Even in Doctor Who, I feel like his character interpretation was stretching. So, our apologies. We had a bit of a snafu where apparently our solid state drive ran out of space in the middle of filming.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It
had like 50-something items on it. So.
Okay.
But let's continue.
So let's continue with RAMtalk, your afternoon dinner show. Anyways,
okay.
So we were talking about Doctor Who, Peter Capaldi, and I was mentioning the fact that, like, for me, his first episode gave me that burnt out feeling because there was something that was kind of almost asking too much of me, pulling me too far. But let's swap gears now from Doctor Who and move into
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game
Yes,
of
there we
Thrones.
go.
Yes,
Yes.
it is
Oh my God.
the game in which people walk around thrones, and when the music stops, you sit down and you
if you
pick a
don't-
throne, and the person who doesn't get a throne is out, right?
They
And then you
die.
murder
I've
them.
never actually
then
seen it.
you
Is that
murder
what-
murdered them.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
you murder them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So raise your hands. Who watched season 6 premiere last night? Okay, you were the odd man out.
Yeah.
This is also why I wanted to have Dylan
All right.
here.
Have
he
you ever
knows
watched?
way more
Have
about
you ever
this.
watched Game of Thrones before?
I've seen bits and pieces of
Bits and
episodes
Okay,
over
so
the
you know
years.
the gist of it.
I know the gist
Okay.
of it. Lots
You
of
and
So-
me, we're gonna
people
have a Game
die.
of Thrones viewing party.
Lots of people
That'll be
die.
fun. I'll bring liquor.
There you go. You bring liquor.
All right.
You
I'll
and I
bring
can snuggle
myself.
up, Nick.
So-
and,
All right.
Again,
So
am I invited?
we are going to be
Special
talking.
Game of Thrones
Okay.
Drink Up TV episode.
There you go.
Yay!
So-
I like it. All right.
That
So
was-
for all you viewers out there, if you haven't seen this, then don't watch this or
Spoiler
do watch.
alert.
Yeah,
yeah,
spoilers.
put us on mute for the
Yeah,
next
put us on
like
mute.
10 minutes.
Maybe we'll put like a skip section when we post this video. You know, we're
When I
like,
figure out how, I've been meaning to do that all semester. Figure it out.
yeah, okay, we'll
I'll
do
figure it
that.
out.
Okay, so
Tell you what. I will add in a spoilers over
Yeah.
slide.
And then when it's gone, then you could turn up your
There we
volume.
go.
Well, I was just to say, I'll just put spoilers end here kind of slide.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because there's definitely
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
be spoilers.
There's
going
gonna
here.
be spoilers.
I'm sorry, David. Our desk manager hasn't
Doesn't want
had a
any
chance
spoilers.
to
Yeah,
see
no,
it.
and
He
he's
did-
like all cut up to like the end of season 5.
Right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he just hasn't seen
Yeah,
this
yeah.
next episode, and he was
Okay.
he's like, I watched
Okay.
RAMtalk. He's like, so you're not gonna
Alright.
have spoilers, right? I was like,
Right.
everyone's doing a
Everyone's
review. We're
doing
having
it. Yeah,
spoilers.
spoilers.
So
Okay.
if we haven't said it enough, this is your spoiler alert.
Beginning
Spoiler alert.
now.
Now.
All right. So
All right.
People are
obviously,
dead.
all right.
Yes.
So obviously, season 6. This was probably one of the most highly anticipated season's premiere of the series.
And it's boring.
And
Whoa! Okay, hang on. Let's get
Alright.
into a review of it,
Starting
then we'll get into.
strong.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Right. So this was obviously a big anticipation. You know, obviously because from the end of season 5, when what happens to Jon Snow, and everyone.
What?
Hey, they have a spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
When he gets
Yes.
stabbed,
Stabbed multiple
when
times.
they mutilate
Yes.
the crap out of
Well, I
him.
wouldn't
Talk
say, I wouldn't say
spoilers, talk like
mutilate.
Mutilate.
just-
Okay, but they are like.
I know.
Exactly.
Even that
Talk like
little
me
shit
now.
he brought
We all
up.
spoilery.
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
Sorry for that.
Okay.
No.
So now season 6 opens up with, finally, I've been telling people this the whole time, and I'm so annoyed, and now I'm glad that I'm right. He's dead.
Okay,
He
that
is
doesn't.
dead.
That doesn't
Done.
mean.
Stop saying
That
he's not
doesn't mean
dead.
he's not going to stay dead.
What?
They don't.
Melisandre didn't even revive him.
Not yet.
Not
His
yet.
body is still in the room.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
okay, hang on real quick. Let's talk about if we're going to talk about Melisandre didn't even revive him yet. One of our people, Alex, who helps us out, had
Yes.
brought up a good point. Things either go great or shit hits the fan at episode 8.
Yes.
So Alex is predicting episode 8 is when Jon Snow will be
no.
revived.
Okay.
Okay, that is an Alex Rodriguez.
I mean, I could see that happening. 'cause
You
that-
know, but I
prediction.
hope though that
He also
pattern
does palm readings and tea
is
leaf readings.
not like followed because everyone's gonna expecting this. Let Jon Snow be dead, please.
I don't
What?
think he will be.
I don't think he will
Ah.
be because they need at least one really likable person left in the show. No, I'm not saying he's not the only one. There's plenty of likable people, but they need someone likable and actually good, like full on good left in the show. Because how can you save it otherwise? I mean, yeah, you have Tyrion. He's good. He's not like morally good.
He's not like his brother. and his
He's
sister.
not. No, he's not like that. But I mean, we need someone more than that. We need someone not in the gray area and not in the evil area to survive.
Okay.
And there's really not a lot of good people left on the show.
Daenerys. Hey, maybe Jon and Daenerys will hook up.
That'd be. Well, I mean,
See, I love my Khaleesi.
The bastard son and the
Queen
mother
of
of
the mother of
Dragon.
dragons. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
interesting.
All right.
I
Yeah.
do love my
But
Khaleesi.
okay,
but
so let's go over this episode and let's actually
Yes.
do a review. So the episode opens up on Jon Snow. Someone I was talking to earlier thinks it's several hours. I think it's probably like within 10 or 20 minutes of the stabbing happening.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we open up and there he is in his blood,
In his blood.
body taken in. So I thought, and this is probably why you think it's boring. It's interesting how little this show moved.
Yeah.
This episode moved. Like they go into that bedroom with, into that room with John's body, and that's where they stay.
Yeah.
You have the Stark girl, and they're running. They cross the creek, and they get
Yeah.
underneath that tree, and that's where they stay.
That's where they
That's where
stay.
they stay.
You got Arya on that street corner.
literally
Oh, yeah.
on
On the
those
street
steps. She doesn't
corner.
move more than a 10-foot
know.
radius.
Well, I mean, she's also blind. So.
Well, right.
And
but-
that's a likable character. They don't need Jon Snow. But okay, let's
uh,
move on.
I'll give you that, but
So
based on
it's
the Jon
I found it interesting that we moved so little. Tyrion's probably the one who moved the most, and he didn't leave the city.
No.
No.
He just.
But
kinda
I mean,
walked around
he
it.
wouldn't leave the city because they need him in the city.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
where
no.
his expertise is. He's
Well,
not.
right.
He's not gonna walk outside. In the
But, I mean, my
desert.
point is like that's the most movement of a character we saw in the
Right.
in the series.
Probably one of the most shocking, the surprising things that happened in there was the Dorne aspect when Elia and her daughters basically murdered off the remaining official members of House Dorne. So that.
I didn't find that shocking. to
I
be
mean,
honest.
okay. I mean, like,
No.
I did kind of see that something like that would be coming. I just didn't think would happen in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting with
We're,
murder.
we're starting
Like-
we're starting here with murder just so she can lead the country into war. And you can see that, you know, she was telling the truth. A lot of everyone else is behind her. Because what are the guards doing when she's stabbing their prince?
they
They're doing
watch.
nothing. They're watching. They're watching with disgust.
I think the thing that actually shocked me the most with the Dorne murders was the son.
That's true.
Yeah,
I figured that
pick who you want to kill you. I pick you. Great. Turns his back
Yeah.
and right through his
right to
face.
the face.
So that one to me was most shocking.
That was pretty.
I think there's a part of me because I really don't like those girls, especially since they had that kind of arrogance. I was hoping he'd at least take one of them with him.
Yeah.
He didn't even get an opportunity. And his
Nope.
rapier was beautiful. That
I knew you
rapier
liked
was
that
a
part,
gorgeous
yeah.
sword. The hilt on that, my God, someone get me one. That was a gorgeous
Maybe
sword.
you can ask for that when they sell like Tristan's sword or something.
There you go. Yeah, so But I disagree. Why would you think the episode was boring?
Okay, well, it's Game of Thrones.
Here we go. It's a Ray review.
It's a rare review because I am very difficult to please, especially with TV.
Yeah,
And
unless,
again-
unless it's the Kardashians.
And those are Kardashians,
Which are the
Or-
least pleasing thing on the
or
internet.
I am Kate's, or
Also-
Quantico. That's my recommendation.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Um,
I'll give you. No,
But-
Quantico's now.
I'll give him Quantico.
But with Game of Thrones, this first episode, it was so boring. I'm sorry. There needs to be more killing. Okay, people need to die.
So what are you saying,
more
like another
gruesome.
Red Wedding
No.
or something?
Yes, die gruesome. I need gruesome deaths. I don't need
Gruesome.
like just a stab. No, I want to see multiple stabs and him choking on his blood and then falling. I need
Graphic.
Game of Thrones was known for violence. I want that kind of violence to continue. You know, I felt very sad for Arya when
And people
she was
wonder
there.
why TV's
And you know,
affecting
it's really
her.
sad for Arya too because she comes from a royal family, the Starks.
Well,
and
I don't know
she's-
if I'd say
she's-
royal.
They're not
but-
royal, but
Well,
they are noble.
the
Right,
noble,
they're
and you
noble.
know, she's now in the street and she doesn't know that Jon is dead or that her mother. Well, I think her
Well,
mother's
she
dead.
chose.
Well-
she
and all
chose
that.
to leave Westeros.
She
though.
did.
Yeah.
And
That
was
okay,
her
if we want to talk
decision.
about not knowing which girl, not knowing John's dead, how about the girl heading to the wall for
Yeah,
her brother's
Sansa. She's
protection?
trying to get to the wall.
That's
Yeah.
far more depressing.
That's
to
really
me
depressing.
that
But
she doesn't know.
but if
Although
anything,
super pumped that Reek's still on her side and alive.
Yeah, I know, thank
I just
God.
called him Reek. I feel kind of like
Yeah,
a dick
it's
for it.
it's Theon now. I think
You know.
I think his
Yeah, Theon.
original persona has.
but I think the whole episode in general was just boring. Like, yeah, it was a part because there wasn't a lot of movement, and I'm not saying that the dialogue was not interesting. The dialogue was amazing. The script was really good. They always know how to write a Game of Thrones episode.
Right.
I will give them that. But if I watch Game of Thrones, I'm expecting for half of the cast to be dead. Okay.
Per episode.
Per episode, I just need it. I need to see that, you know, go over, you know. And then again, I do love my Khaleesi. What was sad? Yeah, she was taken away by the
Drogon.
Drogon, and where she's headed to next, which I'm actually kind of excited for.
Right. I'm excited
You know,
to see it.
to see
I've
it.
heard about it, so I'm really
You
excited to
know.
finally see it.
But to me, I will still watch Game of Thrones. Don't get me wrong, but more gruesome deaths.
See, now I'm going to disagree. I love the fact that this one was so story driven.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as the deaths, we watch a guy literally lay in a pool of blood.
Mhm.
You watch his kid get a freaking
Spear
spear
through his
his face,
Right.
and the head parts with it when it came through. I mean, it's pretty gruesome,
Mhm.
but I mean, this one was story driven. And this is, we were talking about it a little bit, again, with Sherlock and Doctor Who. We're talking 13 episodes. We've had a long break. We need that kind of catch-up story to put us back in place.
We do.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think there'd be too much shock factor if we just jump in and people are being slaughtered by the tens.
Everyone.
Yeah, don't worry. There's the rest of the season for that.
Right, right.
You know,
And
because
you-
we haven't even gotten into like the whole Greyjoy or the Riverland subplot, which we're finally getting into after what, like 3-season break for each of those
Yeah.
things.
Well, I'm excited just to come back to Bran.
Bran.
Yeah.
Bran. Sorry.
You pronounce your A different than I do. I'm
Yeah,
excited to come back to him though too, because
Right.
in his interview he talked about how his powers are finally developing. So I'm really excited to see what he can actually do.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
nice
wanted
to
to now see. I was getting frustrated with season 4 because they kept hinting at it and they would show a little bit of it, but they never really showed what he could do. It was really just irritating me.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm excited to really see what he can do. But I believe, if I remember right, I believe this season actually is focusing a lot more on the women
It is, yes.
than the
I
men.
always
you
thought
know-
the women were a lot more important than the men in Game of Thrones anyway.
Oh, a lot of them were, yeah, but
Mhm.
we had interesting male characters.
You know who I want to see come back?
Who?
The grandma of the current queen in the Prince of Flowers.
Oh,
I cannot think.
Olenna.
Yeah, she by far is my favorite
She's
old person in this show. Oh my God.
It's like
she cracks me up.
she talks nothing like a lady, and that's why you like her for it.
Oh man,
It's like
she
such
just she didn't take crap from anyone,
No.
and I loved it. I loved her
Well, I'm
interactions with. Seriously.
She's such
So,
a.
I loved interactions.
Well, don't worry.
her.
With the trouble that Marjorie and Loras are still in, I'm sure she's going to be making an.
I hope so.
appearance there.
She is fantastic.
She is, yeah.
So I really hope to see an appearance of her. But No, I thought this one was very, very story driven. I thought it was kind of a nice catch up for us. So.
But how about you, Matt? What do you think?
I thought it was very nice, well written, and like it was a good starting point because like it didn't have like as wow factors like maybe some of like the earlier seasons, but it was a good premiere because it got us back on the track with what it was going on, and it had a mix of good surprises as well as finally several answers of like what happened to this character, what happened to this character. Even I mean there were a lot of rumors and occasional spoilers going around for some of it, but now it's nice to know it's like official now that.
Talking about surprises.
Oh,
See,
okay, I know.
Now,
I know where I'm going with this?
I don't know why it's a surprise. I don't why.
Of what?
The ending.
Oh, yeah.
See, look, it's not a surprise at all.
It's shocking.
How is that not a surprise?
Because look, okay, when
that was old woman vagina
during
in front of us.
during
I was not ready for that.
Because I thought
that was
because
surprising.
after the episode aired and all these articles came out, I was so annoyed. Like, how can people not realize that she's a witch? We're talking about Melisandre and reveal.
Well, I'm not surprised that she's a witch.
No, I'm not surprised by that.
No. That let me continue. Okay. That she's a witch, and her age has been hinted before. So why is it
discreetly though?
So why is it surprising that we see when she takes off her collar,
right?
Her necklace, whatever, that she's a very, very old woman.
Right. Okay, and so I guess my thing with that is I knew she was an old woman. I caught the hints and stuff like that.
Right.
But knowing she was a witch, I figured that's just what she looked like.
No.
Right? I did not expect a collar to get rid of the youthful look.
Right.
I did.
I didn't see it coming. I did not one bit. And
Really?
to me, yeah. And here's the other thing I will say, because, and this is where I felt really lost. Because suddenly she was an old woman, and we got this really, really somber, humanistic, sad moment.
Right.
All this time, I've really disliked this character, and now
I loved her.
Oh man, I don't. and now she's
I love
another
Belen.
Cersei to me, and I just.
Well, I wouldn't say
I
she's
love
a
her too.
Cersei.
Well, okay, but still.
I mean, she's kind of got a high opinion of herself, but it's not like she's a total, murdering bitch or anything.
Well,
see, I love
Belen.
villains.
Okay, I said Toldo. Okay, she's a little bit of murdering, but
Right, but
yeah.
I just so for me though, I don't know what it was. The moment we had this geriatric.
It's like we're finally seeing her true self now that
I felt very let in, and the actress that portrayed it, I don't know if it's the same actress, and they just did a lot of really amazing makeup.
That's a hell of a makeup job there.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up to find out. Even though she had no lines.
Yeah, she just.
So the character body, the softness of the eyes, the eternal sadness that was in her. Suddenly, I was like, oh my God, I get it. So
I hated that she had to do that though. Why? Because someone should not show their weakness or their sadness. They should be in power all the time.
Well,
That's why
she doesn't
I
show
like
it
Melisandre, because she's evil and I root for the villains in almost everything.
Okay, but here's
like,
my problem. If
yeah.
everything is archetypal, okay,
Yes.
now we're getting to acting and writers. If everything is
Yes.
archetypal, it becomes boring and stale.
Yeah, it does.
But-
Every character, every evil character
Yes.
has a reason for being the way they are.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
yes.
if you never let us on the inside, I don't give a flying
Yes.
You know
why
why.
you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Because as far as I can tell, you're an egotistical, arrogant prick.
I love that though.
Okay, but there's a reason.
Well, that's
a
why you
person
like the
should-
Kardashians then.
Look,
Exactly.
Not at
They're
all.
egotistical, arrogant pricks that are so self-centered, but that is besides the point. That is not why we're here.
Game of Thrones. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, anyways, we gotta kind of like start wrapping this up. So, I want to throw this to Nick. Let's start with Game of Thrones. Let's do the direct tie into this, man.
Okay.
The drink pairing?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
some drink
All right,
pairs.
all right.
We have you here just sitting so patiently and quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm
We
enjoying
can get into a
listening.
heated
It's
debate for like the
interesting.
next 3 hours.
I'm sure. But for
Longest
Game of
RAMtalk
Thrones,
left.
me and Dylan actually discussed all the pairings that you wanted us to do, and we were actually pretty satisfied with most of them. But as far as Game of Thrones go, we went with Dr. McGillicuddy's minty schnapps, because it is sour at first, and then it's cold like the coming winter of.
Winter?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
it's just
coming.
winter there, so
Winter's coming.
in Westeros.
That's what I wanted to finish off with.
Okay.
Winter is coming in Westeros.
Yeah.
It's cold like that. We were like, it's minty, it's fresh, it's that, and Game of Thrones goes hard all the time, so I figure why not
Why not go hard
go
yourself?
hard while you're
Go hard
watching
yourself,
it. And
Yeah.
What else you got
Schnapps. For Doctor Who, actually, we were pretty proud of this one too. We actually had 2 that we came up with. So if we're just watching Doctor Who, just to
Doctor
watch
Who.
it, yeah, Doctor Who. We went with Revolution Brewery Anti-Hero IPA. Because Doctor Who himself is a bit of an anti-hero. He doesn't set out to do good.
Yeah.
He's kind of, like I said, anti-hero. He's funky, he's fresh.
Funky fresh.
Anti-hero IPA is funky and fresh and delicious.
Okay.
And then I saw the new companion, and me and Dylan were like, she's kind of rocking like an 80s style like garb thing going on for her. And so we went with Schlitz beer, which came out around the same time in the 1980s. So we were pretty proud of that one too. Crappy beer for...
Crappy beer for a crappy companion. Well, we don't know.
Crappy time. although
Crappy
not
beer
really.
for a great show. It's easy drinking.
Right.
There you go.
You can drink plenty and still
Yeah.
keep up with everything that's going on, whereas if you drink
And
too
what would-
many anti-heroes,
And
it'll
what
be
would you
like,
recommend for like Mirror's Edge Catalyst?
That one, I've never played any of the Mirror's Edge's games. I know do you actually like kill opponents in that game, or do you parkour past them?
It's
You
more
stun
like
them.
it's
You
like
kinda
it's
like
like
stun
fist
'em.
fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beat the
Right.
living crap out of them.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, because I know in the first game you don't actually kill anyone, but there's one like moment where
Well, I
you
mean,
knock some
unless
dude
you're
off a
using a
building.
gun, but-
Well,
There's
you could do that.
one,
Yeah.
But I was thinking Jameson Irish whiskey, just because of all the parkouring and hopping from building to building and stuff. And if you do, or if you drink too much Jameson, you'll do the Irish yoga, which is wake up like this, or like this, or stretch out in some position that isn't normal.
Right.
That's what we came up with for that
Okay.
one.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Well,
like it.
thanks again. Again, that's Nick Borowitz from DrinkUpTV. So make sure you subscribe to him. And while you're doing it, because not only does he have YouTube, he has Twitter.
He
Do
does.
you guys have a
Yes.
Facebook page?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Get on that.
Okay.
So they have YouTube, and they definitely have a Twitter account. So make sure you subscribe to them, and you follow them on Twitter. Once you get done with that, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to us on our YouTube page. Make sure you follow us on our social media below to keep up to date with all of your RAMtv updates. Updates.
Updates.
Update.
Yes.
And-
Keep up to date with our updates.
Up to dates.
And do you ram?